the Citizen Cup.
Talking about football. Good forward advance by Evert-Lloyd.
We are at deuce for the second time.
Nice movement Chris makes in here. As you see, she's still quite far back into the net, so she doesn't try to do too much with that first volley, but she drew Yvonne off the court here. Here's just part of it. What a nice little touch here by Chris. Yvonne slides it back, and here's where they start the angle game. Chris coming in shorter and shorter. This one Yvonne could not get to.
Still 2 break points for Chris. Chris Evert-Lloyd takes the game, breaking the serve of Yvonne Goolagong. And it is 2-1 in the opening set in favor of Yvonne Goolagong. For our local affiliates, we'll pause now. You're watching Citizen Cup. Nice play by Evert-Lloyd. Really jumped on that short ball by Yvonne. Have a look. Chris must have read this very early, this shot, because she responded immediately. Watch her take that early ball. Doesn't even finish rising, and she's all over it. Good anticipation. Just out.
Break point for Chris.
Chris Evert-Lloyd takes...
Aiming for them, but she sure seems to be hitting them tonight. Point from Evert-Lloyd. Good return by Chris. Yvonne kind of makes this lackadaisical play.
Just beyond the reach of Yvonne Goolagong. And Chris Evert-Lloyd takes the game. And in the first inning, and let's go back on the replay of this last point.
We'll see Chris draw Yvonne up to net with this shot, come up with a very nice, sharp cross-court winner.
I guess the key thing for her to come back is to avoid the injuries, as would be for anybody. Chris Evert-Lloyd serving it up.
A lot of heat on that forehand passing shot by Evert-Lloyd. Really stung this one. Good approach, deep enough, but Chris was right there and cranked it down the line.
She was shooting a lot of those wide, long. Evert-Lloyd takes the game. Games are now 4-all.
Games where she had more unforced errors than Yvonne. It was perhaps due to nerves. I think she went into this match really knowing she had an opponent to play against. She just gets a feeling until the very last second, Yvonne doesn't even know where she's going to hit it. So she surprises Chris like she did just there, Al. It's so hard to read Evert because she's so clever and she can hold on to her shot till the very last second. And she's very confusing to play against. And I think that gives Chris a lot of reason to think. Nice shot. That last point again, Evert moves in and Chris will just roll it by her across court. And we should mention that Chris, who was not serving well in the beginning games, has served 9 first serves in a row. So her game has really picked up these last couple of games. Evert so often hits off her.
Stova and Yvonne Goolagong defeating Andrea Jaeger and Kathy Horvath. Meanwhile, Rosie Casals and Wendy Turnbull defeated Kathy Rinaldi and Joanne Russell.
40-15.
Second serve. Not a bad little pass.
Very close ball.
Out.
Chris is still staring at it. It's that same shot that Evert has used effectively a couple times.
So if nothing else, we will test her stamina tonight. Back at deuce.